We've got a pretty special review today. This right here is the 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD. In 2022, Toyota decided to come out with the third generation of the Toyota Tundra. This one right here, like I said earlier, is the 2024 version. And this one's the TRD, which means it has all the off-road goodies that you would want. So we're gonna go over all of that. But first, I wanted to give a big thanks to Freddie Aridi and the folks here at Toyota Riverside for providing me the opportunity to review this beautiful car. I'm gonna leave all their info in the description below so that if you guys wanna buy this car or any other car here at Toyota Riverside, you guys can give them a call, contact them. But yeah, other than that, let's get into the review. This particular 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD comes with an i-Force Max twin turbo V6 hybrid engine that produces a crazy 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. Being a whole new generation, everything is redesigned. But one of the biggest things that I like that they changed is the intimidating front grille that it has. And on the TRD model, it's got the TRD insignia right here, and then it's got the Tundra logo right here, and then obviously the big old Toyota logo right there. And for a truck this big that produces so much power, it actually has a pretty good MPG. It gets 19 miles per gallon in the city and 22 miles per gallon on the highway. With the TRD, you get these super cool 20-inch black TRD wheels, and then you also get an off-road suspension, and they use Bilstein shocks for that. I'll be honest, when the new generation of the Toyota Tundra came out a few years back, I didn't like it that much because I felt like the old one just looked a little bit more buff. But over the years, the new Tundra has really grown on me, and I actually really like how it looks. I love the fender bulges that it has here at the front and at the back. And in this particular one, it's got a color called Blueprint, which is like a metallic, like shiny blue. And the camera actually does do it pretty good justice, and it looks beautiful. And so I really like it. It's got the Tundra logo right here, and it's got the little i-Force Max logo right here to tell you what the engine is. It's got a little limited badge right here as well. And to top it all off, you get your TRD 4x4 off-road decal at the back, the iconic TRD decal. This 2024 Toyota Tundra, since it has the i-Force Max V6 twin turbo hybrid engine, it has a towing capacity of 12,000 pounds. Also, this is the Crew Max, so it comes standard with a 6.5-foot bed. One cool little feature that it has in here is that it has these lights inside the truck bed, so that at night, obviously, you can see what's in here a little bit better. Plenty of hooks for you to hook everything up. And then it also comes with the 2 cameras up top for sensors and for you to be able to see what's inside the truck bed while you're moving. One thing I would have liked to have seen in this truck because of the price, I would have liked to see like something that comes out of here, either like little stair step or like a little extra work table or something, because a lot of their competitors right now do have that. They have kind of like a little coaster right here for like your cup and stuff to give it like a work table feel to it. But I feel like they probably could have done a little bit more with the rear end of the 2024 Toyota Tundra. And speaking of the rear end of the Toyota Tundra, I personally think that it looks great. The camera doesn't really do it justice, so you kind of have to see it in person, but there's a lot of cuts and curves that they put into the rear end of the Toyota Tundra, the 2024 Toyota Tundra, the new generation. But I really do like the little 4x4 insignia right there. And then we got the big old Tundra lettering right on the back. And I just think it looks really, really cool. I honestly really like the rear end of the Toyota Tundra. So like I said, this is the TRD, meaning it does have a skid plate on the bottom, and it has a leveling kit to give the off-road lifted look to it. And I do think it looks pretty good. All right, now let's check out the interior. The 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD has a very, very nice interior. It's got the leather steering wheel. It's got a lot of plastic actually over here, but it's got some synthetic leather over here. We're gonna go over that in just a second. Pretty comfortable to get in. We have this little handle right here that can help with getting in. And obviously it's a big old truck, so we got plenty of space to get in and it's pretty comfortable. Let's go over that. As promised, here we are inside the 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD. So here is the steering wheel. Of course, we have our controls for music, calls, everything. Our cruise control controls over here as always. Then we have here on the door, we have our window controls, locks, and we have memory seats in this one. We also have all these controls over here. We have the gas, odometer stuff, brights, and all that stuff over here. We also have our left air conditioning vent. Then we have our middle one. And now that we're here in the middle, we also have this big old screen. Now let's power the car on. Okay, now that the car's on, we can get a quick little look at this big giant screen. I think it's actually really, really nice. And you know, you can do all those things over here. It has CarPlay and Android Auto on this. And then we have our fully digital instrument cluster right here. And I think it's a cool little like off-road idea kind of design. And then coming to the rest of the middle, we have all of our climate controls over here. It's got some pretty like heavy duty looking knobs and things like that. We have our heated seats and cooled seats. And then obviously the rest of our climate controls, we have individual climate controls. And I like how they're like little switches instead of knobs for everything. We have the knob for the power and the volume button for the radio, but that's it. Then over here, we can, you know, check our camera view for our surroundings and all that good stuff. And then traction control off right here. And then all of our off-road, some of our off-road controls over here, hazards. And then right here, we have our gear shifter, which is a big like TRD gear shifter. It has a little TRD logo on there as well. Now for the rest of our off-road controls and our towing controls, we have them right here. Like I said earlier, this one does come with 12,000 pounds of towing capacity. So here we have the mode select for what type of drive we want to be in: two-wheel high, four high, and four low. And then we have our drive mode selector right here. So if you put this one and then you start going here with this little knob, we come up here and look at this, and it's changing from eco to normal to sport. And I like how it has the little animations on the instrument cluster to help you see all of that. Then we have our little other modes, and so that is pretty cool. We have plenty of space here in the middle console. We have our two cup holders with these little things to help the cups stay in place. We also have a wireless charger right here, and then some extra storage over here. And then in the middle compartment, we have some chargers, and then we also have a ton of extra space for literally anything you could ever dream of having in here. The interior of the Toyota Tundra is actually really spacious. It's got plenty of space. If you're like a big F-150 guy or Silverado guy or Ram guy or anything like that, and you're a little bit skeptical about a Toyota Tundra, maybe because you don't feel like it's a real truck, you maybe don't think it's big enough, well, it definitely is big enough in the interior, and definitely has enough bed space as well. So it definitely feels like a truck. It also has this panoramic sunroof that I think is a really cool touch. And then it also has a nice little sunglass compartment up here, which I personally love, being able to easily come and reach the sunglasses that are up here. But then it also has all the controls up here. So plenty of space. They put enough of everything that you would need in here. Now we're in the back of the 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD, and it's super spacious. First thing I notice is how high up we are. We're like way higher than the front seats. So that's just one interesting little thing. I kind of actually like it. You feel kind of safe up here. You just feel a little bit higher than those down there. Other than that, they're really comfortable. They're comfortable leather seats like the ones in the front. They have a really cool design. You can kind of see it from there. You can see the design of the seats on the leather. So I think it adds to the TRD off-road idea. But other than that, it's pretty standard back, except let me show you a couple things. It comes with pockets on not only one seat, but on both of the seats. So we got here and here. And then we also have 2 cup holders right here. And then we also have chargers right here, and a whole outlet right there. And then we also have the AC vents over here. So basically, the rear passengers are gonna be living in luxury. We also have the doors. The doors are just very standard doors. Nothing too special about the doors. And we have the 3-seater, of course, back here. And so, yeah, just a standard back of a truck. All right, now we're gonna take it for a spin. We're here with our good friend, Freddie Aridi, who has given us the opportunity to review this car. So yeah, let's just take it for a quick little spin. So right off the bat, I'm really liking the feel of the steering wheel, and I'm really liking the feel of the actual steering when it comes to actually steering it. It also has a really good turning radius, is what I've noticed, is that it can go around corners pretty easily. So it's pretty surprising for a big truck like this to be able to steer like it does already. So this is the TRD, meaning that it's got the off-road suspension. With an off-road suspension, usually you're gonna get a little bit of a stiffer drive. And so you're gonna be able to feel the road a little bit more, because obviously when you're off-roading, you wanna be able to feel the bumps and all the stuff under you. So this suspension is a little bit stiffer, so you can feel a little bit more of the road. It also has a adaptive suspension. So like I was saying, it's a little bit stiffer. So when you want it to be a little bit stiffer, it will be, but it can adjust to smoother roads and it can ride like a sedan. And if you're off-roading, then obviously it'll be a little bit stiffer and you're gonna be able to feel everything. So it has an advanced type of suspension, which is really nice. And I feel like lots of people would enjoy that. We just went over a bump and that was a super smooth ride. And so it does compensate for bumps, and it's a very, very good suspension. It rides like a normal car when you want it to, and then when you want it to go off-road, that's why you have the TRD, and it will ride very well on there too. This iForce Max V6 twin turbo hybrid engine that produces 437 horsepower is very good. You can feel the power, and then obviously, like I said, when you have to tow something, you have that 12,000 pound towing capacity, and then you also have the space in the bed to carry whatever you need, and so it's got plenty of power for that. So since this car does have pretty much 2 engines, because it's got the hybrid engine and it also has the gas engine, it feels like a V8 and it pulls like one too. It's got the 3 different modes. It's got the eco, normal, and sport mode. And in the sport mode, you can really feel the speed. So like if you're trying to get on the freeway, you can put it on sport mode. If you're just cruising on the freeway or stop and go traffic, put it eco mode. Or if you're just on the normal streets, you can put it into normal mode. This is a very adaptable car. For a truck, it does not feel like a truck. It also has a lot of safety features. It has the pre-collision safety feature. It's got sensors all around the car. It's got cameras everywhere. So it's also very safe. And you don't feel like you're really driving such a big car because of all the sensors and the way that it steers and all those things. So along with the safety features like the pre-collision system, it also has blind spot monitors, and it also has lane departure warnings. So if you're falling asleep on the freeway, it'll correct you for that. And then if there's anybody obviously in your blind spot, it will be able to catch that for you. You can definitely feel the power in this truck. So since this is the TRD version, it's got something called vehicle skid control. So when you're going around corners fast, it will adjust the braking so that it can keep its control, so you won't ever fishtail or you won't ever lose control. Yeah, it has a very intelligent system that will coordinate where it needs to put the brakes so that it can control you and make sure that you're safe. The acceleration is so smooth too. All right, we just finished driving it. I'm actually really impressed with the way that this car drives. So if you guys haven't driven one before, I highly recommend you guys go test drive it if you're considering getting this truck. But yeah, overall, an amazing driving car, and I'm pretty happy with it. This particular 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD will run you about $70,000 plus or minus a little bit. So for that price, you're getting quite a bit. You're getting a very off-road capable truck. You're getting a very tow capable truck. And so you're getting a lot for what you're paying for. there's a lot of other things you could get for that same price range when it comes to trucks. So obviously it would take a little bit of consideration, but this is not a bad option at all, especially considering the MPG that this truck gets. Getting 19 miles per gallon in the city with 22 on the highway is pretty good for a truck that is as capable as this one. That engine is pretty dang strong. It's got that 400 horsepower, over 400 horsepower, over 500 pound-feet of torque with the iForce Max V6 twin turbo hybrid engine. And so you're getting a lot. The inside is also really, really nice. It drives well and it is a very, very comfortable car. The seats are beautiful. It's got the really nice leather interior. And so to not bore you guys anymore, it's just a very, very good truck. So overall, I'm a big fan of it. But like I did say, there are other options at that price range. But yeah, that is about it. And so make sure you guys leave in the comments what you guys think about this, and make sure to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.